This is Juz 8. I am not perfect and I am human and I make mistakes. This is my sincere attempt to summarize the 8th juz of the Quran in a calm and gentle story format that is easy to listen to and easy to understand. I ask for patience and grace. The story continues as God speaks deeply to the human heart about choice, responsibility, and the struggle between truth and desire. At this point, the message becomes very personal. It is no longer only about earlier nations or distant history, but about the inner battles each person faces every day. God begins by addressing humanity directly, calling people to reflect on what they follow and why they follow it. He warns against blindly following leaders, traditions, or desires without reflection. Many people, God explains, are led away from truth not because they lack intelligence, but because they choose comfort over conscience. They follow assumptions instead of guidance, and they accept falsehood when it benefits them. The story then describes how Satan works. He does not usually force people into wrongdoing. Instead, he invites, decorates, and whispers. He promises things he cannot deliver and abandons those who follow him when consequences arrive. God makes it clear that Satan has no power over sincere believers. His influence only works on those who choose to listen and follow willingly. God contrasts two paths. One path leads toward light, clarity, and peace. The other leads toward darkness, confusion, and regret. People are reminded that God does not benefit from their obedience, nor is he harmed by their disobedience. Every choice returns to the one who makes it. God is just, and he wrongs no one. The narrative then speaks about guidance and misguidance. God explains that when people persistently reject truth after it becomes clear, their hearts slowly harden. This is not sudden or unfair. It is the result of repeated choices. At the same time, God reassures that the door of repentance remains open as long as a person sincerely turns back. The story returns again to earlier communities to show this pattern. Messengers came with clear signs. Some people believed and were transformed. Others rejected out of pride, fear, or desire for control. The consequences that followed were not random. They were the natural result of sustained injustice and denial. God then speaks about gratitude. He reminds people of blessings they enjoy every day, such as safety, food, family, and life itself. Many take these gifts for granted, attributing them to chance or personal effort alone. God explains that gratitude protects blessings, while arrogance leads to loss. Gratitude is not only words, but obedience and humility. The narrative moves into a powerful reminder about the reality of the next life. God describes a time when every soul will stand alone. Friends will not be able to help one another. False hopes will disappear. Those who follow truth will find peace and reward. Those who denied will face the reality of their choices. This scene is described not to terrify, but to awaken awareness. God emphasizes that messengers were never sent to burden people. They were sent to guide, to warn, and to bring mercy. The responsibility of the messenger is to convey clearly. The responsibility of the listener is to choose honestly. No one will carry the burden of another. The story then addresses the nature of worship. Worship is not limited to rituals. It includes obedience, trust, reliance, and love. God explains that true worship frees the heart from fear of creation and ties it only to the Creator. False worship, whether of idols, power, or desire, enslaves the heart and leads to emptiness. God warns against inventing lies about him, such as declaring things lawful or forbidden without knowledge. Speaking about God without knowledge is described as a serious wrongdoing. People are urged to seek truth with humility and not to manipulate religion for personal gain. The narrative then turns toward patience. God reminds believers that the path of truth is not always easy. There will be moments of loneliness, misunderstanding, and struggle, but patience is never wasted. Every act of restraint, every moment of endurance is seen and valued by God. The Jews also speaks about balance. People are warned against excess, whether in desire, anger, or attachment to the world. God encourages moderation, gratitude, and self-control. Balance protects the soul and brings clarity. As the story continues, God reassures those who believe that they are not forgotten or abandoned. Even when truth seems weak and falsehood seems loud, God is fully aware. Outcomes unfold according to wisdom, not haste. What matters is sincerity, not speed. The narrative closes with a call to reflection. God invites people to look within themselves and ask honest questions. What do they worship? What do they follow? What do they love most? These questions are meant to awaken the heart, not condemn it. The just ends on a gentle reminder that God is forgiving, patient, and near. He does not rush punishment, and he loves those who return to him sincerely. No matter how far a person feels, the path back is always open through humility, repentance, and trust. In this way, Juz 8 flows as a deeply reflective chapter of the journey. It teaches awareness, responsibility, gratitude, and patience. It exposes the quiet dangers of pride and blind following, while offering reassurance to sincere hearts. It reminds the listener that faith is a daily choice shaped by intention and action, and that God remains present at every step, guiding those who seek him honestly toward light, peace, and lasting purpose.